In the realm of high school basketball, certain teams carved their names into history, contending for the title of the greatest high school basketball team ever assembled. Two such titans that left indelible marks on the sport in 2015 were the Chino Hills team and the Montverde Academy squad. Each dominated their respective eras with contrasting styles and philosophies, fueling an ongoing debate among fans and analysts alike. But on one unforgettable night in 2015, at the City of Palms Classic in Fort Myers, Florida, the debate over which team was better took a dramatic turn. Chino Hills, led by the Ball brothers, went toe-to-toe with Montverde, the #1 ranked team in the country, and what followed was an instant classic. LiAngelo Ball dropped 32 points. RJ Barrett, Montverde's young phenom, answered with 31 of his own. The game came down to a single free throw, a moment so intense, so dramatic, that it's still talked about to this day. When the final buzzer sounded, Chino Hills had stunned Montverde, 83-82. It wasn't just a win, it was a statement. A moment that proved Chino Hills wasn't just a flashy run-and-gun team. They were for real. And on that night, they humbled the nation's best. This wasn't just an ordinary high school basketball game. It was a clash between two top-tier teams, one fighting to hold onto its crown, the other determined to take it away. On that unforgettable night at the City of Palms Classic, #5 ranked Chino Hills walked into the arena with something to prove, while Montverde, the #1 team in the nation, had no plans of giving up their crown. What followed was an all-time classic. From the opening tip, Chino Hills dictated the tempo. Their relentless run-and-gun offense pushed Montverde to the limit, exploding to a 16-point lead in the second quarter. But Montverde, led by a young RJ Barrett, wasn't going down easy. Barrett put on a show, grabbing 9 boards, single-handedly dragging his team back into the fight. The final minutes were pure chaos. LiAngelo Ball came up clutch at the free throw line, putting Chino Hills ahead in the closing moments. Then came the drama. RJ Barrett, fouled on a 3-point attempt with mere seconds left, stepped to the line with the game in his hands. He sank the first, then the second. But the third, it rimmed out. Chino Hills secured the win, 83-82, snapping Montverde's 29-game winning streak and etching their name into high school basketball history. If we're talking stats, this game wasn't just a win for Chino Hills, it was a full-blown spectacle. Led by the Ball brothers, they ran the floor like a well-oiled machine, pushing their high-powered offense to the max. Meanwhile, Montverde, one of the most dominant prep schools in the country, was left scrambling to keep up with the pace. LaMelo Ball, the youngest of the trio, added 16 points and 5 assists, showing flashes of the electric playmaking that would later make him an NBA star. And of course, Lonzo Ball, the engine behind it all, controlled the game with 12 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds, orchestrating Chino Hills' signature fast-paced attack. In total, the Ball brothers combined for 77 points, overwhelming Montverde with their relentless scoring and breakneck tempo. But Montverde didn't back down. Their size and physicality gave Chino Hills problems in the paint, with Filip Petrusev leading the charge with 18 points and 7 rebounds. But what separated the two teams? Chino Hills' fearless approach. They buried 12 threes at a scorching 41% clip and turned defense into instant offense, forcing key stops in the game's biggest moments. And when it all came down to one final possession, a missed free throw from RJ Barrett sealed Montverde's fate. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to subscribe. The 2016 Chino Hills squad wasn't just good, they were a spectacle. Led by the Ball brothers, Lonzo, LiAngelo, and a young LaMelo, along with future NBA big man Onyeka Okongwu, they turned high school basketball into a track meet. Their style? Pure chaos. Non-stop fast breaks, deep threes before defenses could even react, and a brand of basketball that felt more like an offensive explosion than a structured game. And they didn't just entertain, they dominated. Chino Hills capped off their legendary season by steamrolling De La Salle 70-50 to win the 2016 CIF Open Division State Championship, cementing their place in high school basketball history. And from 2015 to 2017, Chino Hills went on a jaw-dropping 60-game win streak, the longest ever in state history. Absolute dominance. Let's talk about Montverde Academy, a total powerhouse, an NBA star factory, and in 2020, home to one of the most stacked high school teams ever. With legendary coach Kevin Boyle at the helm, this squad wasn't just good, they were a cheat code. Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes, Moses Moody, 3 future NBA first-rounders on the same team. And they didn't just win games, they destroyed teams. But it wasn't all about flashy, fast-paced basketball. Montverde dominated with discipline, structure, and lockdown defense. Cunningham was the ultimate leader, Barnes was a walking mismatch, and Moody, straight-up automatic from deep. They weren't just a team, they were a machine, rolling over anyone in their way. Chino Hills' epic win over Montverde was the ultimate statement in their legendary season. They didn't just win, they dominated their way to a flawless 35-0 record, clinched the California State Championship, and finished as the undisputed #1 team in the nation. Leading the charge, Lonzo Ball became the 2nd overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft.
Second pick in the 2017 NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Lonzo Ball from UCLA.
While his younger brother, LaMelo, eventually went 3rd overall in 2020, setting them both up for bright futures in the league.
With the 3rd pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select LaMelo Ball from Chino Hills, California.
But Montverde wasn't going anywhere. Even after that loss, they continued to prove why they're the gold standard of high school basketball. Their 2020 squad, in particular, was a powerhouse, producing 3 NBA lottery picks and 2021 drafting picks: Cade Cunningham at #1, Scotty Barnes at #4, and Moses Moody at #14. With a relentless pipeline of elite talent, Montverde has cemented itself as a factory for future NBA stars, keeping them firmly on top of the high school basketball world. The showdown between Chino Hills and Montverde is the ultimate clash of basketball philosophies. Does raw talent outweigh chemistry and system play? Chino Hills dominated with their insane teamwork, non-stop pace, and an offensive system that brought out the best in every player. Meanwhile, Montverde built its dynasty on top-tier individual talent, precise execution, and a roster full of future NBA stars. If the legendary 2016 Chino Hills squad had gone up against the powerhouse 2020 Montverde team, the sheer talent of Montverde probably would have given them the upper hand. After all, LaMelo Ball was just a freshman in 2016, still far from his peak, while Montverde had multiple NBA-ready prospects at their absolute best. But basketball isn't played on paper. Chino Hills' electrifying, unpredictable style and their ability to defy expectations would have made this matchup an unforgettable battle. The night Chino Hills humbled Montverde was more than just a game. It was a statement. It showcased the power of chemistry, the brilliance of Lonzo Ball, and the ability of a public school team to take down a juggernaut. While Montverde's legacy continues to grow with its production of NBA talent, Chino Hills' 2016 team will forever be remembered as one of the most exciting, dominant, and culture-changing teams in high school basketball history. As fans continue to debate the greatest high school team ever, one thing remains certain: the impact of both Chino Hills and Montverde will be felt for generations to come. Whether it's the Ball brothers' iconic run or Montverde's sheer dominance, the legacy of these two programs is forever etched in high school basketball lore. And that wraps up the legendary showdown between Chino Hills and Montverde. Do you think Chino Hills' fast-paced, run-and-gun style makes them the greatest high school team ever? Or does Montverde's star power and dominance put them on top? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. We've got plenty more deep dives, breakdowns, and underrated stories coming your way. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one.